Welcome, everybody. Bruce Jones here, and welcome to today's show of Make Stuff, Sell Stuff. And today we're going to be talking about the 4 pillars of book marketing. So this is sort of an overview of things you should think about as you start your book marketing. I call them the 4 pillars of book marketing. And you can check out all kinds of stuff about me at brucejonesdesign.com. Make sure the links will be up above or below or in the show notes or wherever it is. And welcome to today's show. I'm glad you are here. So what we're going to do is just going to talk about sort of these 4 things, these 4 key things to think about in selling your book. This also works with other products too, but we'll kind of focus it around the selling of the book. So basically they are using your book's content to sell your book. This has been one of my techniques forever. Making noise and spreading awareness, the power of social media, the many ways of selling your book, and then finally we will wrap it up with making your book easy to buy. And this is one of the biggest mistakes that I see a lot in selling is people publishing their books, but they don't make them very easy to buy. So let's dig in on the first one, using your book's content to sell your book. So this is about building an online presence of your book, of taking the content that's in your book and breaking it up and posting it on your platform. So hopefully you have a website, you have a blog, you have something that you're out there for, something more permanent than social media. And you can take the content that you have in your book, chapter by chapter, section by section, and repost it out online. So you're gonna do this, and you can make these as regular posts. You can put it up any way that you want, but you want to try to get that out. So you're going to use the text, the images, the video, the audio, and create sort of just good descriptive titles. Your graphics should have good descriptive names on them. And basically what you're doing is you're giving sort of very concise and focused nuggets for Google to grab onto. People are searching all the time for their content, and you want to be able to be the end result of those searches. And you do that by using the content in your book. You've written it, it's focused, and you just take each section that's in there. And we're going to spread that out. You're going to post it out. And don't worry that you think people, why would they buy my book if they can read it online? Well, what you do, you break this into small content, and then around the edges of your content, you put ads for your book. And these aren't ads like Facebook ads or Google ads. These are ads that you put on your site that are basically thumbnail graphics of your book, and they're linked to places that people can buy. Normally, it's probably going to be Amazon, something like that. But people come to your site because of whatever it is that you're offering. They read the content, they get a solution to their problem or more information on their question, and then they go, oh, there's a book here. I could buy the book of everything. You know, they don't want to read through 300 blog posts. So that's, so you want to give people that kind of, kind of information that you want to do. But, they're going to read the book. You've pulled the book together in the organized manner. So if you don't have a book that's like, maybe it's a fiction book, maybe it's a novel, something like that, that may not have sort of the how-to information that you might have in a how-to, a business book, a self-improvement book, a cookbook that has discrete chunks, you would build a world around your topic. So maybe your book's, 19th century romance book. Well, you can talk about the places, the people, what they wear. You talk about your characters. You can share content from YouTube of, just travel to those places, things you can do when you get there, all that kind of stuff. And then you're going to have these sort of ads. You're going to have the ads around there. You're going to have very clear links to Amazon. So not only an ad on the side, but you're also going to have it as a footer in each blog post that says something like Bruce Jones, the author of blah, 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 or this is an excerpt from Bruce's latest book, blah, 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 and you can get that at Amazon. And then you're going to use your analytics that you have, the Google Analytics, the blog analytics, whatever you have, to sort of see what's resonating, see what people are reading, because one of those posts that you have will rise to the top, and one will be number 1, number 2, number 3, and you can see how the world is interacting with your content. You can see what's important, and then you can do more of that stuff. So take your book content and put it out there to sell your book. Make noise. Now that you have your content out, pillar number 2 is make noise and spread awareness and use the power of social media. So what we're going to do is you're going to spread this content using all those social media links you have at the bottom of each post. So you can post this, you can repost this stuff everywhere. I like putting my content on something that's permanent, that's going to hang around. Your website's going to be around for years, and you can use your social media posts to kind of spread that content to far and wide as much as you can. Cross-promote the content on other websites, use your social media buttons, and then you're going to use this to drive traffic to Amazon. So each time you put a post out somewhere, you social media post, maybe you're going to put it on Twitter, you're going to put it on Facebook, make sure there is a clear link to Amazon so that you have that buying path. That's part of this whole process of put your content out there, let Google see it, let it index it, spread it around the world with social media, and then put clear links to Amazon. You can think of it as like little signposts everywhere that are spread out there. And the barriers have fallen. Now it's so much easier for us to do all these things. The barriers have fallen in publishing, marketing, advertising, distribution, and broadcasting. So all of those things that are down, and you have all these channels that are now open for you to spread stuff out. So what do I mean by these channels? What's out there? So publishing, we have print on demand. So we don't have to have any inventory. We don't have to have any costs. We just put our books up and we can sell them. Marketing, you have Facebook and social media. That's the cross-promoting. You also have your blog that's doing the marketing for it. Advertising is some of this cross-promoting stuff, putting up your own ads. And you could use Facebook ads and things like that if you want. But everything that I do, when I do this kind of stuff, it's all, I'm using all the free stuff. I'm really, other than the cost of the website, I'm spreading content everywhere. Broadcasting, we're broadcasting right now through here. We're using it on a podcast. We're doing it on video. We're using live streaming. All are fantastic ways to spread your content. I'm spreading my content right now. And when this podcast/video, I record both at the same time and put the podcast up on the podcast platforms and the video on the video platforms. And then I cross-promote all of those things. So everything is spreading around. And then in the links above and below, you'll see links for my latest products, my websites, my books, all that kind of stuff. So resistance has fallen. We also have access to things like Zoom. We can do discussions. We can talk to people. Everybody is sort of getting very, very used to using the video channels and buying on video. So pillar number 3, the many ways of selling your book. So Amazon isn't the only place that we sell our book. It's the main store for our stuff. It's our bookstore. It's our online bookstore. But there are many, many other ways that we can sell. So, and you should take advantage of all of these in your book marketing and book selling. So we cross-promote in the backs of our books. So if you have more books, in the back of every book, you should highlight the other books that you have, because people don't necessarily know you have other books. But even in the same book that we have, I always put a note at the back that says this book is available on Amazon, especially if it's a book that people are going to do something with, whether it's a workbook, it's a self-help book, something like that, something that's going to get used up that people are going to fill in, something like that. They may not always be aware of where they got their book. It costs nothing to put a little ad in the background and to tell people this is where I have my book. And you can go over there and you can get it. So super important to do that, and especially if you have a bunch of books, cross-promote and show all the things that you have so that people are aware of the full picture of what you have. We also have our bios, our social media bios, our website bios, our LinkedIn bios, all of that. It's very easy to put in here. Bruce Jones is the author of blah, blah, blah book, available on Amazon. And he's also a graphic designer and all that kind of stuff. So look around at your bios. At the bottom of your emails, there's a little signature line. We kind of forget that this stuff goes out all the time. And you can just stick a message in there. You never know how people are digging around a little bit more. You're trying to give as many signposts, I call them little signposts, that you can out to the world. Not just put your book on Amazon and walk away. You need to do all of these things. There's online and offline. So, offline, we have our business card. We still use them. You can put your book on the back. Business cards can become super easy to print now with places like Vistaprint, and that you can easily add a nice color picture of your book on the back of your business card. You never know. That might be your primary way of marketing. Put a little sign in your lobby of your building or your service or something like that. Do you send out packaging? How about putting a little flyer in there, maybe with a discount or something like that, for your book? Just let people know, hey, we have a book that goes along with this great product that we sell. So you want to look at all those opportunities. Look around your neighborhood. Books don't just sell in bookstores. They sell in coffee shops and clothing stores and hardware stores. And maybe your book fits into one of those kinds of places. So lots and lots of ways to sell, not just having your book on Amazon. And pillar number 4, making your book easy to buy. This is one of the mistakes I see so many authors make, that they put their book up on Amazon, they publish it, and then they just go, well, now what? I can't. Nothing's happening because they're not doing any of the other marketing. First thing I always look at is I look at their website. And I'll usually go, well, how come you don't have your book on your home page? How come you don't have a book page? How come it isn't mentioned on your author page or your about page or any of those kinds of things? Is that we need to let people know we have it. And that's one of the reasons, like I'm doing this. I have my new book out that's How to Sell Your Book. The link is below. That's a little marketing. I just did that right there. Check out my website, brucejonesdesign.com. You'll see a little ad on the side for my latest book. And there's a book page of all my other books. I just did a little marketing there for my books. You maybe didn't know I had that book. Now you know I have that book. So you need to tell people, you need to show people that you have these things, and then make that path very clear to Amazon. Make it a clear link. Make a thing that says buy on Amazon right below your book. Let people know that. Am I perfect on doing this? No, I kind of miss it at places too, and I'm always running back and going, oh, I forgot about it here and I forgot about it there. But the more you make that path easier, the more books you will sell. And it's just part of the process. So, so the 4 pillars: let's wrap up today. You're using your book's content to sell your book, making noise and spread awareness, the power of social media about your book, the many ways of selling, all these different places you can sell your book, not just Amazon, and then making your book easy to buy. Make those connections really, really easy. So, anyways, that's it. That's today's show. This is Bruce Jones from brucejonesdesign.com. You can find out more about me above or below. There's links. Just come on over. You can check out all my books, check out the things. And look at that. It's phone ringing right at the end here. And we will see you in the next broadcast. All right. Talk to you soon. All right. Bye-bye.